So, welcome everyone, and in this video, I'll be covering out the recap for the previous week, which started from 27th October down to 31st of October. So, let's make this as brief as possible and as enjoyable as possible so that we could actually learn and get set for the new week. So October has been a very fantastic month. We made over 7,000 pips on my VIP channel and over 2,000 pips thereabouts on the community channel too. And this November we'll be doing more because we have to do more to close the year solidly. So if you're not part of any of those channels, all the links are in the description, so you could join up and get started. So I wouldn't want this to waste any time. Let me not say I wouldn't want it to be too lengthy, but let's jump right into it. So one of the keynotes after this particular trade happened before the week started, which was a solid buy. I think it happened with NFP or so. So after this trade happened, already we saw the whole bearish bias, the whole trend line that price was forming at this point. And with the weekly outlook, what I was looking for was actually, if we get a full body close above this level, then most likely price will easily continue buying up higher. But with the market open, what did we see? This is a very important takeaway because I actually felt trapped to what happened at this point. I had a sell-off bias with the weekly outlook, whereby if price fails to do this close above this level and closes below this point here, I expected price to sell off aggressively. But then I actually ignored a lot of this when they were happening, because you could see how price opened as of last Sunday. Price gave a very big gap that immediately tapped into the buy levels that I was having. So after that tap, I actually called buy trades, which actually ran more than 300 pips during the Asian session. They actually ran well. But then with the push up now, I was expecting that price will actually fill this gap and push up higher. Can you see? Price did not actually fill this gap. I was expecting price to fill up this gap at this point and just give us the full close and push up higher. But instead of price to do this, price actually bought up more than 50% of this gap and came back and closed below this low. Remember, I said from the weekly outlook, if it should close below this low, we should start to suspect that there's that possibility that price would actually sell off. But after I did that, we still have a buy level below this point. And why do I call it a buy level? Because if we take our fib 2 and mark out from this point to this point where price took out, gave a full body close, we actually have a solid discount level whereby price slightly tapped it with these points. But actually that's one thing you should actually take note of. When price taps into the discount level and price comes back and gives full body close below that level that tapped into that discount level, most likely now it's no more inducement. Most likely you could start to see very aggressive bearish build up, and you could even see it here. I know most of you could already see it happening at this point. And let me switch up this for 15 minutes so we could actually see it properly. If we do this right here, you could see the very strong and aggressive bearish build up that was happening at this point. Very strong and aggressive. So this was what invalidated the whole buys completely that were happening at this point. This automatically invalidated all of the buys that we're actually hoping on to. Let me keep this a bit tighter here. It's actually invalidated most of the buys that we're actually looking on to, because if after this happened and price came back here towards down towards the Asia session, still we could easily get this buy. But the thing is that after this full body close, if you are taking your buy now, you should take your buy targeting probably 50% or the selling level, that is the point whereby price used to break structure and take out this low and this low, so which is at this point. And can you see what happened after we marked out and took this buy, which was actually a very beautiful buy setup? Price tapped into it, we got another full body close here. And how can you take this first? Because automatically, if you look at these points, we had the whole sell here. Because if price was going to continue buying easily now, you could easily see that with this push up here, price coming back here, we should get a push that will break this. But instead of price doing that, came back here and did this. Which entry is this? I've been covering this particular entry model a lot here. Can you see? Can you see? CISD, failure swing, depending on how you take it. Some people, you could easily use this too as some type of, let's just assume some type of breaker, or easy failure swing, or BB. All of it, that is it. And can you see what happened? Price tapped into it and started to sell off to give another full body close at this point. And even if you were not sure of this now, already with this thing that happened here, we have one of my best confirmations that I use actually. Can you see? Full taking out here, tricking buyers that is going to buy, then full body close below this low. Price will come back for the neckline and sell with it. Can you see what happened here? Beautiful sell setup. And if I didn't take this sell actually, but if I'm taking this sell, my target now will be chasing previous week low, because that is the most possible place that price will be falling off to, due to the presence of liquidity sitting at that point. And can you see? Beautiful run, beautiful 9-hour run down there. And already when we are running down, already we had this support that price was actually giving off all of this bullish pressure from. In fact, this particular support had the whole inducements whereby we picked this particular buy trade here, which was a beautiful run. So I expect that if price should close below this guy, price will easily use this guy as a way to flip that support into a resistance. And can you see, this is how I got about this particular trade entry right here. But already we had the whole reclaiming of this level at this point, whereby this additional addition for us. And if we should even go up to 15 minutes, I want us to even see something beautiful with the sales setups that happened as of last Monday. If we should come back up to 15 minutes, we would easily see this bullish candle that supported the whole liquidity sweep at this point, and that also fueled us with this buy here. So when we got the full body close, how you take these entries? If you take 50% of this candle point, can you see? You could easily take this was even one of the additional confidence to taking this position. 50% here, easily take your entry at 50%, your stop loss right above the close of that candle. Can you see how price ran? And now you are getting additional strong confirmation that price is actually going to sell off. So you could easily target your partials or at the previous week low, and easily set your final TP down to 50% of our FVG from the daily time frame. Can you see how this ran beautifully? And after this was running down Tuesday Asian session, you should take our fib tool from this point. You know already this is a breakout structure, which is indicating that price is actually going to sell off some more. If you take our fib tool and mark out from this high to the point that price broke structure here, you'd notice that this comeback that price came back to this point, it did not actually tap into the discount level. This is what I'm talking about, the importance of this discount level. I've been talking about it a lot. And if you take it now, people that took out these sales now, easily they were stopped out at this point, or probably at their break-even points. And also this would be a way to trick most buyers to start to get that confidence that price is going to start buying. But actually price is just going to use this engineered liquidity, tap into the discount level, pick orders from this particular failure swing point, or I think we should even go up to 30 minutes. There's actually a POI here, I'm not quite sure, but if you come back up, nothing too serious, but already you could see it already, the same trick here, buying liquidity sweep at this point. But if we should take 50% of this candle, can you see price taps exactly into 50%? This is how strong this particular entry model is. Tapped into 50% of that point, and easily I was actually keeping this tight when I was back testing, so I kept the stop loss tight. But you know that you should keep it somewhere at around the close or the open of the candle, because the candle was a bearish candle. So it should be the close of the candle, because the candle was a bearish candle, and you could easily target 50% again. So down that Tuesday during the London session, sorry, my network just is kind of fluctuating. So down that London session, price actually sold off extra and head up towards this point. This was the point that I spoke about from the weekly outlook, that if price is going to sell off aggressively, this is the highest point that will sell off to. And if we sell off more than that, actually that's another thing, but actually at that point. So after price tapped into that level, you could easily see this beautiful confirmation. Because this, I think a while back I spoke about how some FVGs, they don't take probably from 50% or from the midpoint. You would see price sell off to the last edge of that FVG before you start to see some form of rejection. And this was actually one of the most beautiful buy trades so far, as of last week actually. So after the tap, price did something like this, starting to give those sellers like some form of selling pressure. But how do you know that it was not going to sell off? Because there was no full break here. So when it came back to the neckline, it just did this and full body close. Automatically, you know that the neckline will be where price will come back to. And not to talk too long, price actually came back for the neckline, picked that trade and give a very solid, beautiful run. You could easily target Monday's low with this, because most likely you start to see bearish reactions towards the low or high that price has actually taken out before. I don't know if you understand what that means. Let's just assume that if we have something like this, let's use this particular case that we have here. We had Monday's low here, price took out Monday's low. So most likely if price is buying here, you know that price coming back towards Monday's low will be price falling into the premium level, which will be where sellers will be looking for their sales. So you could easily target that low, and most likely those are the levels that actually fuel up more sales during when price actually moving with the trend aggressively. So you could actually see what happened. Price actually held up to that, tapped into it, and actually even gave a strong weak back down close to that entry that we had here before hitting TP at this point. So if you notice what happened, this happened late Tuesday, and after that we started to see some more buying setup. What happened? I know you're wondering what happened, but it's very, very easy and obvious, because after all of this, we were falling or playing in accordance to this bearish trend line here. And when we got that full body close above it, the secret of taking this trade after you get a full break out of the trend line is to wait or to mark out that point that price actually broke out of the bearish trend line from. And if we did that correctly, it was at this point here. So you could easily mark that point out, and if we mark out that point out, you could easily see the wholesale pressure that was happening here, the whole selling setups or selling structure that was happening here. So we got a full body close above all of this, and price easily came back to that point. Remember I spoke about the importance of that level that price broke out of the trend line with, and we could see how price came back to that point. You could see this break of structure here, but price came and tapped from that point. After it tapped from that point, easily reclaim this level, and we could easily see our bullish buy setup. Very beautiful buy setup here. Break of structure coming back. Most sellers now, the selling pressure was here, but full close above the neckline again, and price tapping into it, and boom, very beautiful and nice bullish run. What will I target next with this? Just like what I spoke about here, I will target previous week low with this right here, and automatically with this sell that happened here, we initially had this failure swing here that was unmitigated. So I was just set my TP at that point, and you could see price easily smashed it and gave a beautiful 5-hour trade. So sorry guys for the network interruption. So we're somewhere right here. So down Wednesday with this push that we got our TP at this point, so price actually gave a bearish change of character at this point, and it's actually sold off. But why? One of the things that happened here, which I didn't actually like, this was during, I think it was towards the late NY this day. I called the buy trade at this point. That's picking confirmation at this point. Can you see this level right here? Somewhere around this level that we got into our buys, because with the whole break out of this bearish trend line, now and this break of structure at this point now, it actually indicates that we are going to push up higher. But down that FOMC, price did not even respect or give us any form of bullish reaction from these levels, and we got a close that took us out. It took me out here, and it was actually aggressive because I actually used a very large stop. So that I could actually protect, due to the fact that I was not expecting price to fall down as low as this. But actually, price did that, and down towards Asian session, or during the Asian session, we saw what happened here after this whole close at this point. After price gapped at this point, remember I was talking about something about that gap. I was talking about something about the gap. Let's say we have something like this. This was what happened on Monday. I want to take note of something. This was what happened on Monday. Let's say this is our gap here. Let me just take out the border lines. After what happened on Monday, when price came back 50%, I said if we got a full close above it, that we filled the gap, probably price will come back to a bullish points here and push up higher. But that was not what price did not actually feel to that point. But notice what happened here with this gap here. Price actually filled more than, gave the full close above it. And after we got that full close above it, easily you could take 50% of it, and you would see price would easily do this, especially when it's actually followed or accompanied by, let's say, whereby we had this lower time frame break of structure and all of that. Price will most likely respect it. I think this was on 1 minute, so you guys could actually see this. Let me draw this up closer. Can you see it at this point? Even though it's not very clean, but this is it. And that was actually the confluence behind why this trade held as how it did. And why did I target this point? Because easily, if we should come back to 5 minutes, we'll come back up to 5 minutes. If we should take our fib 2, my network will go off now actually. If we should take our fib 2, let's just say if we take our fib, price actually tapped into the 0.5 level, but we need to take note of the possibility that it could actually sell off from so sorry about the network problem that came up. So you could easily target this point. Why am I saying we should target this point? Because of the fact that after price gave this full close below this level, this was actually a very, very valid support level, but price gave a full body close above. So we actually need to take note of that level as a point whereby we could get negative reactions. And you could actually see after price hitting TP, price actually sold off, taking out this low. Doing that, but after price took out this low, this happened all during the Asian session, we saw a very, very aggressive push that actually closed up above this high right here. Can you see it? It actually closed up above this high, whereby most sellers now were actually trapped with that, all of that. And after price did that, we could actually easily see this FVG on the 15 minutes time frame, whereby you could easily, because of the fact that price has closed above these points, and the whole selling level that was here with the whole breaker block that we could actually see from this point, we easily take 50% of this candle, whereby if we should go down to 5 minutes, I think we could even see additional confluence with that. Can we see that? Yes, with this break of structure here that most buyers were actually trying to buy from this point. So there's this strong resistance level at this point, but price did not hold up to it. That was why we got this full close, and price came back into it, and down the London session we got additional entries at the top of the FVG, which gave a beautiful run. I think this is Thursday here. Which gave a beautiful run that ran beautifully, and you could see this whole buying level here that we had at this point. After this whole break of structure, most of our buys were loaded here, because already this setup was actually going to be a beautiful run, but price did not respect it after FOMC, because of, you can see the full close above the neckline and everything, but price did not respect it. So after price reclaimed that whole region or level, when we got that full body close now, you would actually tend to see that this level will become very, very sensitive to fueling buys. And you could see from this FVG that we got at this point, got another brick of structure, which easily, if we should mark out our discount level, let's just take it to this point. If you take or look for confirmations from this point, you could see we got it beautifully. We got it beautifully, because after price was giving all of this negative vibe here. When price took out this low, if you go down to, let's go down to 1 minute. I think this trade I picked out this guy in 1 minute. When we come down to 1 minute, we could easily see this break of structure, price trying to hold it, but took it out, full body close above, and price held up that level again and gave us a good push, which we got additional entries at this point, whereby most sellers will still be looking for more sales at this point, but we got a full close above the level, coming back towards the neckline. And can you see, very beautiful run. So this was how everything actually accumulated and gave rise to the whole beautiful bullish run that lasted down towards Friday too. And you could easily see what happened here on Friday. I actually called this trade on Friday that ran, but then we got stopped out with this BE, with this fallback. That price fell back into the level. But I want us to take note of something towards why this actually happened. After this bullish run here, if we should take out our fib tool here, let's just take it from this point, from this low here to this point that price broke structure, or to this point here that we took out this particular high. You'll notice that the price came back into this FVG here on this 15 minutes, but it did not actually tap into the discount level, whereby you could easily turn this level now as a level of inducement. You understand me? So despite this level now giving this whole break of structure and price coming back to hold to this certain level, it won't take out this high due to the fact that this guy is inducement. And you could see how price sold off, and then it tapped into it. This level already was treated as a very nice level for the buys, but then this full close now will indicate that price will easily use this guy as a breaker block to push down lower. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean, but with this full body close here, most likely price coming to tap into this level now. Sorry about that. With this come back into this level now, it will just use it as a way to sell off. And you could even see the whole reaction from when it was even tapping this part of this week here. But instead of price to do that, we got this full body close that was reclaiming that level after we tapped below the discount level now, which in turn indicates that most likely now price will actually hold off this reclaim level as a way to push up higher for the buys. So this is actually the confluence behind this particular trade at this point. And you could also take note of this level here, this particular level that foiled the price to actually come back down to tap into the discount level, because now there's that, it leaves us with like a two-way window to work with. Because if price now starts to push with this trade and we get to this point now, you tend to notice that there's selling pressure at this point due to the fact that most sellers now will be loading their sales at this particular point, that's at 40.15. And if this level fails to hold, what we'll just see is a break of structure or a confirmation that will actually come back, take out this point here, and we'll see a sell-off, because already we're floating within this. There's an FVG here on 30 minutes. Can you see we're floating within this FVG on 30 minutes? So we need to see a full body close that will tap in and also close above these 40.25 levels before we could actually push up higher to chase our targets at this point. Else price will actually push down lower. So this is actually basically what I'm expecting for the new week. You can easily check the weekly outlook video to get more information about this, but this is easily what I'm expecting. And if we get this full close above this level, price will easily take out 41.36. It's going to be a very, very easy job, because of the fact that this is how when you're taking trades that break out of a trend line, this is actually how you take them. You target the last edge of it, or 50% of it, which whereby I suspect that price is actually going to go as high as this. And the fact that we have this on-field gap that price opened with last week. So I think this week is actually going to be a very, very awesome week, a very, very awesome week to start November. If you're not part of my channel, you should actually use this as an opportunity to join the Telegram channel, subscribe to my VIP. I'll be dropping awesome trades. We made 7k pips last month. I'm actually looking to do better with the new month now. So the weekly outlook video too is out. It's actually out, so you could get more information there too. And I love you all, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.